Welcome to Road to Detailing. This video is all about removing tar deposits from your paintwork at the same time with the pre-wash stage, and I suppose that's not how you would usually do this process, but that's the beauty of using Vasco Prewash. If you are new to the channel and you love taking care of your car, please consider to subscribe and explore the car detailing products together. With that being said, let's go into the details with this 2-in-1 product and see how Vasco Prewash works, how effective it is, and what are the main benefits to using it. The last time I have done a thorough detail was around 7 to 8 months ago, so today is more than time to give a paintwork a good detail, but this time I'm not willing to go ahead with the conventional spray and wipe detail process after the regular contact wash. Indeed, I'm going to start the whole washing process by removing tar deposits from the paintwork at the same time with the pre-wash stage. Just before you say that I'm out of my mind doing this, let me introduce you Vasco Prewash, which has been developed to be used on the way you will see in this video and for the purpose of removing asphalt, road salt, oil and heavy dirt off the paintwork. And the best part is that Vasco Prewash does all in one step by just spraying it on, let it well and simply rinse the product off. No microfibers, no wiping as you would usually go. I know this might sound weird to some of you, so let's see how does it work. Due to its gel-like formula, the solution tends to be very thick and you need to make sure to start with a pretty good shake to get the most out of it, especially if you had the bottle stood for a while. Once that's done, spray pre-wash liberally onto the surface and ensure you achieve an even coverage. Tar deposits alongside with heavy dirt could build up on the lower part of the panels, so having a good layer on the panels up until the line of the door handles is a good indicator for this step. You might asking that what happened with the regular pre-rinse, which purpose is to get rid of most of the grime and dirt prior to use any products for the pre-wash, and the answer is that if you want to start the process with the pre-rinse you can. However, Vasco Prewash is more effective to work on dry panels because the water will neutralize the product, so it could be less effective on wet surface. Having a longer dwell time is one of the most important part of the process because one half of the work happens then. Although this is going to be a thing which will divide people to love or hate using Vasco Prewash regardless its effectiveness. What do I mean by that? Well, to achieve a decent outcome you need a very minimum of 10 minutes dwelling time on paper, which I will show you soon what results it give you, but my experience is that a minimum of 45 minutes would be ideal, while the best if you can let the product dwell at least for an hour or so. Obviously, the longer you let the product work is the better, but it all depends on the amount of tar deposit being on the surface. If your car is heavily contaminated with tar, you probably need even a longer period of time and you might wouldn't like to spend this much time for a product to work. But for me, it is absolutely ideal because it gives me enough time to set up the pressure washer, prepare other solutions, get out the buckets, mitts and all the other stuff I will need later on. Or, as an idea, you can clean the interior while you are letting the product work. Also, thanks to its very unique gel-like formula, you can apply Vasco Prewash at the night before you would wash your car, then let the product work overnight so it will be ready as soon as you want to detail your car on the next day. With that being said, in my opinion, Vasco Prewash is very user-friendly and safe for beginners to get rid of tar deposits, especially when comparing that with a conventional spray and wipe solvent type tar remover. However, I know they work very well within a much shorter period of time, but for me, using Vasco Prewash is definitely a more comfortable choice and not just time-wise. Indeed, I don't really need to think where the product goes during the application either because it is safe to use on almost all surfaces, which I think is a great advantage to have, but to be perfectly on the safe side, doing a spot check prior to use is always recommended, same as with any other detailing product, but as you can see, I had no issues so far. Let's see how do you know when is the right time to rinse off the product. We are after the first 10 minutes, which is the minimum dwelling time on paper, and as you can see, the tar spot is already on a level where I can wipe that off easily by my finger, but I wanted to give the product a minimum of 45 minutes dwelling time because I was nowhere near to set up the pressure washer and every other thing. During the meantime, It is nice to see that Vasco Prewash is able to find tar deposit on places I have never thought I would have them. After 45 minutes, I could easily wipe off the biggest tar spots, so roll on to see how effective the product is by rinsing that off, starting from side to side and going from bottom to the top with slow movement, which is very important to do so because tar deposits are very dense even if they have been dissolved, so for best results, take your time and don't rush here. This step would be the usual microfiber wipe, but in this case, I use only the water from the pressure washer, so I save a good few microfiber clots while finish the process with a technically touchless method. What I personally experienced in my case is that 45 minutes of dwelling time removes 98% of tar deposits, so that extra 15 minutes could give me a close to perfect results. Yet again, it all depends on how heavily contaminated the paintwork with tar, and let's not forget that I have used this product for a pre-wash as well, which I think did a pretty amazing job, to be fair. I used Vasco Prewash only up to door handle level, and I wanted to finish the pre-wash stage properly, so I covered the car with ADBI Yeti Pearl Snow Foam, and during its dwelling time I work around the car with a brush on the usual areas, also get rid of some bugs which ended up on the front bumper to make the car ready for the contact wash. If you have made it this far, I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, likes are free, so please give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to the channel for videos like this if you haven't already, and turn on the notification bell to never miss on my weekly uploads. All your support helps the channel growing and is much appreciated. Thanks for watching, thanks for being here, take care and see you soon.